Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday evening, February 12th. Very close to Valentine's Day. If you have that special someone in your life, let them know that you love them and appreciate them. It's Ryan along with your boy, Zach and David, and we are Lone Star 360. Man, we have a very big lineup today just to talk about recaps from the Super Bowl to Mavs without Luca. We have a lot going, and we just want to go ahead and get started. But before we get started, Zach, David, you guys good? Checking in.
Very, very good. It's been a very long week here in Dallas, but we're moving right along.
I'm hanging in there. It has been a long week as well, but excited to get into these topics. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get started, man. As you guys probably know, last week we had talked about Luca. That was a whole podcast and everything like that. Because Luca, of course, meant a lot to the Dallas Mavericks, and of course, now with the Lakers, we can't wait to talk about that soon. But before that, we did bring on a new segment called Lone Star. And oh my gosh, let me get this together because I Lone Star 360 Spotlight. 360 Spotlight is just when we just talk about things that we would normally never talk about on our podcast. Still sports related, but something that, hey, you may have missed, throughout all the sports world because it's a lot of things to talk about. One thing that I'll go ahead and go first, but one thing I want to talk about is we know we have the Super Bowl. But let me tell you about this other bowl I like to talk about. It's called the Puppy Bowl. Now, the Puppy Bowl has been around for 21 years, just went into its 21st season, and man, I will tell you, it was epic. First of all, this was the biggest Puppy Bowl ever that they have. They actually had it on Super Bowl Sunday as well. So while everybody's going crazy over Kendrick Lamar and Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, man, a lot of other people were talking about the puppies, right? Over 140 puppies from 40 different states and 2 countries were all there for the Puppy Bowl, right? I think it was amazing. They had 2 teams, Team Rough and Team Fluff. All right.
Oh, perfect.
Team Rough and Team Fluff. I think it's amazing, dude. That's awesome. Team Fluff was captained by a Saint Bernard mixed.
So who did you cheer for?
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll get into that in a second. First of all, it was Team Fluff was captained by a Saint Bernard mix, the first of its kind, right? And then another dog, Pickney. I don't know how to even say that. Pickney, something dog. I guess it's like a little mutt or something. Don't know. I was for you, Zach. I was going for Team Rough. All right, because hey, dogs, big dudes. We play rough, big dude, right? But Team Fluff had a pug Chihuahua, and that was actually a little pug mix from Dallas, a Chihuahua pug mix from Dallas. So of course, D Town Dallas was repping everything like that. So let me tell you the rules about this Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl is a touchdown. They have all these dogs, right? And whatever puppy scores the most touchdowns in like an hour, win. And how the touchdowns look are they have all these toys. So if a puppy just takes a toy and runs it to the end zone, that's a touchdown. All right. If a puppy scoots, like kicks or scoots with their nose, that is considered a field goal. So a touchdown is, of course, is 7 points. A field goal is 3. All right.
How about
Now,
if they scratch their butt?
if
Scratch or lick another dog's butt.
Hey man, I saw the Puppy Bowl. You can see a lot. I saw, I think a cat somewhere got in the mix.
So is this
cat
on at the same time?
Yes, this is
No,
all at
this
the
is
same.
earlier. It's earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
earlier.
before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's before
Okay.
the Super Bowl, but
I
like
see.
right before and everything like that. Because of course, television.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's people that are like more or less interested in that, I would think they would maybe try to. But I mean, I get it. They're not trying to compete.
Yeah, they're not. They're just trying to have fun, man. But
Yeah.
so the end of the game was very tough, okay? Tough, rough, and fluff, man. Like, it was a crazy, crazy game. But Team Fluff won because a dog named Paws Allen, a parody
Mm-hmm.
off of Josh Allen, scored the last touchdown, winning the game 66-61. Wow, dude. That was more impressive than the Super Bowl. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys. I loved it. Wow.
Shout out Paws Allen. Oh my
Pause
gosh.
out.
So
That must have been an
electric.
electric moment.
This
Oh
was
wow.
Pause out.
See, great minds think alike there.
Pause out, bro.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
But shout
That's
out to
fun,
Pause
man.
Allen with the clutch moment.
Hey, man. Pause out.
I'm never ceased to be amazed by the dog names that are out there. Not to mention all the dogs that are named Luca in Dallas right now.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Well, too many
it's
Lucas in Dallas.
It's kind of a tough thing going
Like, what do
on. And
you do after that?
There's actually kids named Luca too.
Yeah,
Kids.
did y'all hear about that? I know y'all saw that.
I don't know how the city ever is going to recover from this.
There's a 6-year, I think he's like a 6-year-old kid. He was
Mhm.
named after Luca. Y'all saw that.
Yeah,
And apparently he was devastated, dude. Like, it's crazy. That's
Yes.
what Luca meant. But shout out to Paz Allen, man. Paz Allen, you are the MVP of the 2025 Puppy Bowl. Congrats, my brother.
That's
oh my
huge.
gosh.
That's really
man.
huge.
Um,
Go for it.
well, my 360 spotlight is. I don't know if many people know about this. It's kind of gone under the radar a little bit, but kind of surprising being who this person is. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to return to the New York Jets next year. There's a lot of speculation as to why. It's more or less contract. Then who they're bringing back, like Devontae Adams, things like that, because Devontae Adams is kind of wanting out too. So kind of interesting to see where they're going in free agency. There's been talks of him going to the Steelers. That's a weird, interesting kind of development. All rumors, all speculation right now. But the main stipulation as to why Aaron Rodgers is no longer going to be a New York Jet. Ryan, are you ready for this?
Yes, Zach, I am ready for this. I do want to know this.
Because we talked about this
I got
right
my
before.
soundboard ready.
One of the biggest reasons why is because the Jets no longer want him to do Pat McAfee anymore. And he said, no, I'm going to still do Pat. I'm going to do Pat McAfee. And that was the nail in the coffin, pretty much. So, kind of a crazy developing story.
That's crazy.
That kind of got under the radar due to the Super Bowl and the Luka news and all that.
When you say do Pat McAfee, can you explain that a little bit more?
So he goes on Pat McAfee show once a week. I think he goes on there on Wednesdays. And he does like an hour long, sometimes 2 hour long session with them and kind of talk ball and whatever that's going on. And I think the Jets had an issue with him going on there because it kind of took away from the focus of the team, which I understand, but Aaron Rodgers is a future Hall of Famer. But I get it. It's kind of a distraction, and I think it's this day and age. I mean, we're in the 21st century, like we're in a era where like all these players have podcasts. They're doing everybody has a voice in some form or fashion. So it's like you're pretty much limiting him in a sense of like, oh, I can't go on here and do what I usually do on the Pat McAfee show. I mean, that's got to be a huge thing. I mean, a huge developing story that nobody's really talking about, and I think it got lost because of Super Bowl week. I think if this came out this week, I don't think this would be on our spotlight. But The fact that that's one of the main reasons, kind of crazy, because he has such a great relationship with Pat McAfee and them. So, but it'd be interesting to see where he goes. I think, I really truly think he has. I don't know. I really don't know, but I think that he's going to end up either retiring like instantly within the next month, or he's going to drag out this whole free agency thing until the last minute, and it's going to be a weird situation. So, my sleeper team to look out for that he could potentially may get on, and we can bookmark this. I don't care. San Francisco. Watch out for that. I think there's a weird thing going on. I don't think Brock Purdy is the guy. I think he's been a merchant of very good teams around him, and this past season showed that he can't burden the load. Um, so, and he's from Cali. Aaron Rodgers is from Cali. He went to Cal. He grew up a 49er fan. I think this would be kind of a storybook kind of ending for his career. So watch out for that. But David, I know you got to get to your spotlight.
Oh, well, I'm here all night. This is even more under the radar. If you're a Dallas sports fan, you may not even care about this team. I know I, for one, have to kind of be creative to keep myself interested in them. But FC Dallas made a big move this week. In fact, it's the biggest cash for player trade in league history. So what happened is they sent $5 million plus a $1 million incentive to Cincinnati for this player, Luciano Acosta. And he was the MVP just 2 years ago in 2023. So he's a forward coming in, a guy that can essentially fill that void that we've had since we lost our who was our guy? Dave, I think his name was David.
Your other striker that we had?
Who was it? Long time FC Dallas guy, homegrown.
Oh yeah.
I'll find it here one
didn't
second.
Didn't he play on the U.S. team?
Yeah.
Golly.
God. But anyways, I think he's going to fill that void as the striker that we've kind of been missing the past couple years. We have Peter Musa, who's kind of our other guy, plays more of the number 10. But I'll be interested to see what this new energy kind of brings. We are very much like a rebuilding team, so that's just a huge deal that I think kind of went under the radar. But we'll see how that kind of unfolds.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really kept up with FC Dallas that much, to be honest with you, and that's something that
Jesus Ferreira. I'm sorry.
Jesus Ferreira. Yeah. That's going to be an
U.S. men's national team.
That's going to be an interesting fill in the gap there because Jesus Ferreira's had a great career. So
he really has.
Hopefully, he fits in well. And maybe
Jesus went to Seattle earlier.
Yeah. So,
but anyways,
kind of interesting.
We'll see what happens. It's hard to kind of stay afloat as a Dallas team that's not really recognized, like, the Stars, the Mavs, the Cowboys, even the Rangers winning the World Series.
Yeah. 100%.
MLS doesn't get much respect, which is fair.
No, it's, to be honest with you, it's just not an elite league, and say what you want, Messi's here, but it's a retirement league. You're not playing the best of the best in this league. A lot of our players are going to overseas, so it's a little bit different whenever you're playing for the MLS. Yes, there's talent in the MLS, but not near the level that you see in Europe. So, it's kind of hard to get into.
Yeah, I would say like I feel it. Like that's America. Like we don't have
Yeah,
relegation like the Premier League. Um,
yeah,
and if you're like a diehard MLS and like you don't understand relegation, I would just say go watch Ted Lasso. Like
yeah.
everything. I mean, it's Americanized and dumbed down for us,
Right.
but it shows how amazing like and how special it is for a team that comes up from you know the lower EPL leagues like
Yeah.
all the way up to Premier League. It's really cool,
Well, I
but
mean,
that's what US needs.
yeah, and I totally agree. I mean, imagine the NFL with a relegation system. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
like, it makes the teams that are bad want to play. And I mean, like, you look at the Premier League, like the last place, second to last place Premier League team, man, they're fighting for their lives because they know
oh
that
yeah.
they can go back to the second division and they might not ever get back to the Premier League. So it's like, you're fighting for your life every single game. So, um,
Yeah,
but
it's an
very
interesting.
cool.
We might have to touch on that in the future. It's kind of an
Yeah,
interesting US national topic.
that could be a summer preview
Mm-hmm.
for
Oh yeah,
sure.
oh yeah.
That's very interesting. I like how you guys talked about that because that's they get very undershadowed, like under the rug, really instantly. Pretty so.
Yeah,
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, let's go ahead and go forward, guys. Eagles versus Chiefs. I think everybody's been wanting to talk about this, man. Super Bowl Sunday was this past weekend. Um, all the hype was there, man. Have a storyline. Everything was good, man. But something happened. Kansas City did not play like Kansas City plays. The Eagles ended up winning 40-22. The Chiefs did not even score until the second half.
they didn't get
What
past
happened?
midfield
They
till
didn't
the
even get
second half.
exactly what happened to Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the dynasty of the Chiefs. What happened?
May I begin, or David? Do
No,
you
go
want to
ahead,
go?
bro.
Because I have a very in depth analysis of that game.
Yeah. And before we start, can we announce that somebody on this platform actually predicted this? Like, just being honest.
Yes, Ryan, we will give you your flowers. Okay,
Okay.
you did
Yeah.
good.
Hey, Cookie, Cookie, you don't remember this, right? When we had our predictions, and I said the better team are the Eagles, and Eagles are most likely going to dominate. Didn't I say that? Quote me on
We
that.
might have to go back.
I don't really remember that if I'm being honest, but
We
I'd be
might have to
happy
go
to
back.
take you up on that if
I
it's
mean,
true.
hey,
I mean, credit to you. Credit to you if you got it.
of
Comment in
course.
one of our posts on Instagram, any social media, and if you find that clip, please let's start this debate because I think Ryan and
Actually,
David might be at it now. They're going to argue about it. I'm ready for this.
no. Actually, I want to make a challenge. This is a challenge, okay? If anybody can go to our Spotify or our
Okay.
YouTube and find the quote where I predicted that the Eagles were going to win, we have a special surprise for you. It could be a gift card. It could be, hey, buying your groceries for the month. It's something like that. Let's go ahead and do it. The challenge is yours, guys. Let's do it. Boom. I'm down.
Let's do first to find that timestamp. Whoever can put the timestamp of where Ryan's saying that, we'll get you. We'll hook you up with something here.
Yeah,
We
we'll
got you.
figure something out.
We got you. But like, hey, let's go on, man. What happened, Zach? I want to hear you what your thoughts are. David, same thing. What's up?
Um, I mean, pretty lopsided Super Bowl to say the least. Um, the GOAT debate is over. Let's put that to rest. Um, it's pretty much over with. You can't get blown out twice in a Super Bowl like that. You get beat by the GOAT, get manhandled, and then you get manhandled again. That just goes to show you Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they all quit. They straight up quit. You can tell. You go back, you watch the film. Travis Kelce stopped blocking. Pat Mahomes looking around, looking for flags. And I mean, it's indicative of who the Chiefs are. I think this is the decline of this team. They're very old. The only young Bucks they got is Xavier Worthy. Juju's kind of still in his. He's still good, but I mean, you got holes all over that offense. Just weapon wise. I mean, Travis Kelce, we don't know. He's uncertain as to if he's going to come back. Kareem Hunt's old. I just think the Chiefs and Mahomes will probably win one more Super Bowl before Mahomes retires. However, the GOAT debate is completely done for. You cannot get absolutely blown out. I mean, he couldn't get past midfield, and he's supposed to be the best player in the game. No, he's not. He honestly, and this is me, and I've been very critical of Dak Prescott, but Dak would have played a better game that day than
maybe,
Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes.
I mean, maybe. Like,
No,
what kind of
100%.
what kind of thing is that to say? Like, you could pull up any QB and be like, "Oh, I bet this guy could have."
In the situation, you put Dak in there. I think it's a closer game, in my opinion. Just by
you put Kyler Murray in there, it's a closer game too. Like, I think everybody has bad games.
Pat Mahomes. Okay, so we have bad games. Okay, there wasn't no bailing out. Pat Mahomes has had statistically the worst of his career. He hasn't done anything to prove that he's been great this year. The only reason they got in here was because of some shady calls that we've talked about, and it finally caught up to him.
Yeah,
it finally caught up to him. They weren't a legit team to go.
I'm not arguing that.
The Bills were the better team. They got hosed. I mean, it just goes to show you that Mahomes is a good quarterback. He's a top quarterback in this league, but he's not going to ever catch Tom Brady. It's not going to happen. It's just not.
You're the only one talking about Tom Brady.
No, I mean, but people are saying if they would have won three-peat, he's the GOAT.
Okay.
I personally, like, no. Okay, yeah, you did three-peat, great. But you didn't beat the GOAT. The guy, Tom Brady. You got smoked.
Tom Brady lost twice to Eli Manning. Like,
okay,
you lose to people.
Is Jalen Hurts an elite quarterback to you?
I mean, he played like an elite quarterback.
He did, but consistently is he an elite quarterback? He's not. He's an average quarterback.
Yeah,
He's Dak. In a sense, he had a great team around him, an absolutely workhorse of a team around him. He's Dak Prescott.
He's not Dak because
he's a little bit better than Dak, but he's not like an elite quarterback to the sense of like Joe Burrow's, Josh Allen's. But I'm saying this: the Chiefs, you can't tell me that the defense sucks. No, the Chiefs had a top 5 defense this year. I mean, they held Saquon to the lowest total he's had all year, and they got smoked. So this is all on Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and that whole offense. Because I'm sorry, you cannot sit there and tell me that defense can hold up for that long against that offensive line the Eagles have. It's just not going to happen. But I think this is the decline of the Chiefs. I think they're going to start losing. I think they're going to be a good team. They're going to be competitive. But I don't think they're going to have that dominant force that they've been. I think it's starting to rear its ugly head to me. But I think they will win another Super Bowl before Mahomes, hangs it up. But okay. To me, it just showed a lot of like what this season was about for them. They got bailed out the entire year, and they finally met their match, and there wasn't anybody to bail them out. And I think they have depended on that for the last few years, and it didn't work for them. So that's my thing. Y'all can take it. That was my thing about the whole Super Bowl. David, shout out Kendrick Lamar, baby.
Shout out Kendrick, right? Hey, David, what's your top? What are your thoughts on that, man? On the whole game itself?
I'm I mean, the Eagles did what the Eagles. I mean, we all should be surprised, no doubt. Like, I think the line on this game was much closer than the game panned out to be. Obviously, I was just impressed with Jalen Hurts. Honestly, like the guy, like he stepped up to the plate in every way you could possibly step up. Tush push, whatever say whatever you want to say, but when he made that what was it, 60-yard, 50-yard throw into the end zone, that's when I was like, man, like okay, like I got to give him some credit here because he's stepping up. He had a play on the first drive of the game, I believe, 4th and 2. And I don't know how they always are so confident in these 4th and 2s, 4th and 3s to throw. They throw it to AJ Brown every time, it seems like. In the NFC Championship game, they had a play just like that to AJ Brown. So I mean, credit to where credit is due. I don't have like a ton to say. I one of the most wild things to me about this game is that the Eagles did not blitz at all in the first half and still managed to get 3-4 sacks or something.
I think they ended up with 5.
5 sacks in one half or total?
I think it was total. They had 5 sacks total.
Okay.
But
yeah,
they ended up.
No. It's 6 sacks total because Mahomes got sacks. That's a record for him. 6 sacks.
Oh, okay, 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6. Okay.
I gotta be real too. Like I think KC's line completely let them down. All the blocking. I mean, you could throw Kelce in there too. Like it was just brutal.
I see that, but
it was hunting
were
season.
those interceptions? Was the interceptions the line's fault?
No, for sure not.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I'm just talking about in the perspective of the game. He was under fire in ways that he's never really been under
number
fire.
one defense. Sorry, sorry to break it to you.
And kind of like
that's
what
just
you guys said.
What happens?
What you guys said, man. Like what I said, defense wins games. Like Eagles had
championships, Ryan. Championships.
Defense wins championships, dude. Eagles had an objective, and that was to stop Patrick Mahomes. They were going to go ahead and let everybody else. Patrick can throw because defense. They already knew. Like that's why he got intercepted all the time. The defense went in and attacked him. Right.
Yeah.
Chiefs had the initiative to go after Saquon, like you said, Zach. Go after Saquon. That's why he did. I thought he was actually going to get like 200 yards. I thought Saquon was going to be running up and down, man. They stopped him. I think at the end of the game, like when I really look at it, I don't think this is the end of the Chiefs era. I think this is the end of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce era. That's my prediction. I think somebody's about to come in. I think Travis Kelce is going to retire here in the next year or two. I think, especially being with Taylor Swift, he has other opportunities outside of football now, that he can make more money, So I think that's the end of that era. I think Patrick Mahomes is still going to be doing his thing. They're going to add in somebody new, though. That's my prediction.
I mean, they're going to try to get something from the draft, but it's hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see this team being as dominant as they have been the last 6-7 years. Coming from somebody that cheers for the Astros, we had a 6-7 year run of going to the World Series, winning World Series, things like that. Before that, we were the joke of the league. So for me, it's like I see the traits of the Astros in the Chiefs in this run. They've been to many Super Bowls. They've won 3 Super Bowls in 6 years or whatever. I mean, they've been there. They haven't missed a conference championship. They've been there to the end. And that's what the Astros did. And I mean, credit to them. They had a great season, but like, I think it's just they might win one more, and I can see them winning one more. They're going to be relevant. They're going to be but I just don't think they're going to be this dominant force like they have been. I'm not saying they're going away completely. I'm just saying the domination that they've had for the last 6 or 7 years, it's going to die down because you're losing that Travis Kelce connection. You're losing those pieces that got you there, and the age factor creeps in. So, I mean, they're going to be there. It's not going to be as dominant as it was.
One more thing, man. So we talk so much about Kelce, and we talk about, I mean, people are giving him flack as if he's like the number one option on the team.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't. He really, if we're being honest, he hasn't been that guy.
He's had
all
the
year.
worst. He's had the worst. I think the worst season of his career or something like that.
And I feel like his best few games were the last few ones, before the Super Bowl.
Right.
But looking at some of the guys that they were missing too, you have Rashee Rice. He's a first round talent.
Yeah.
Mecole Hardman, another insanely fast player. So that's like two weapons right there that completely, I feel, derails what the Chiefs, like their whole offense is centered around getting the ball out fast.
I get that.
And that's what they did to win games all year. I feel like in those moments, they were able to get the ball to their playmakers. But like, I do agree with you. Like it's not the same Chiefs. Like we're not going to see the dominance. Like it may just be a lot of that.
You've got too many other good teams that are coming out now that are they're built and designed to beat Kansas City.
Yeah,
they are finding out the blueprint, and and KC's going to get everybody's best game possible. That's just what the league is now. And then now Philadelphia, with them winning Super Bowl, everybody's going to give Philadelphia their best game. So like those two powerhouses right now, they're going to be good next year. But like as far as this domination that the Chiefs it's just not going to happen. There's too many good teams in the AFC. There's too many good teams coming out of the NFC next year. I mean, we got surprises all over. I mean, the Commanders, for goodness sake. I mean, they're up and coming. So it's like you've got all these teams that are going to be right there trying to battle this team and beat the Chiefs and dethrone them even more. Like just put them in the back of the bus. I mean, that's basically what's going to happen here. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything kind of plays out. But credit to Philly. I know it kind of it's been tough because I don't like both teams, but credit to Philly.
What's up, bro? That's what's up, man. Hey, on to the next. Before we get there, though, shout out all our followers, everybody who's been following us, man. Thank you so much. We've been seeing it. Everybody, Zach, David, who you guys want to shout out real quick? You've been noticing. Who is it?
Oh, well, let's see what we got here. I guess for one, we're gonna do a draft special here soon once we get a little closer to that. So shout out Lane Boobin. I know you're very anxiously awaiting interested to hear our analysis on the draft. So we're gonna get that. Some other people just the interaction that we've been getting on the Instagram.
Quintessential Quinn.
Yeah, my buddy Quinn Heimbaugh. We got Gabriel Theodoro, Mr. Grail Kendall, who is our Atlanta sports killer.
Yeah.
He said, rest in peace to round 2 of the Luka trade debate on this podcast. But maybe we'll still get it back.
Grail.
Maybe we'll do another debate here soon.
Yeah,
in some sense. Yeah.
Shout out, Grail. We miss you, man.
Who else here? Celicia, we appreciate you following the podcast. Tons of people.
Yeah. I see her. I think her mom followed too.
That's your friend there, Ryan, right?
Yeah. So shout out.
I mean, we love all the support, man. Friends, family. Man, it's awesome to
see Deborah McCook. Shout out Deborah McCook.
to
Miss
to get us
McCook.
all out there. Oh yeah, shout
My
out.
mom.
Mama McCook. I think
Yeah.
Nick, I shouted you out. I think Miss Flo, I shouted you out. Yeah, dude, we have a lot. So hey,
I mean,
yeah,
we got over 100 on Instagram. We're trying to get our big lofty goal is getting to 500 by the end of the year. So
that's what's
y'all help
up.
us out, man.
Hey, and Zach or David, I think one of you guys told me that. I like that. I like that.
Congratulations to 100. There we go.
I think who was number 100? I think somebody told me it was some. You guys knew one of them.
David, I think it was your
Yes.
sister's friend, right?
Yes, my sister went on a she's a marketing guru and she recruited a couple people to come and support us. I'm not sure who they are personally, but let's see who they are. Let's read their names off. Jody, I have met Jody. Shout out to Jody.
Shout out,
And
Jody.
then the last one was Nick. I don't know much about Nick. Oh, that's one of your buddies, Ryan.
Oh, Nick at night, my brother. Hey, shout out, Nick. Big Nick, that's my brother. Yeah, so hey, shout out you guys, Jody and Nick. Shout out to you guys. You guys helped us get to 100. Hey, we can't wait to see whoever gets us to 200. Okay, guys. Yo, let's go ahead, man. We have a lot to talk about with this topic. The Mavs without Luka Doncic. So let's flash forward. Let's go back 2 weeks, about a week and a half ago. The Mavs made a crazy decision by trading Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Now both have both superstars
And Max Christie.
and Max Christie.
Mm-hmm.
Both superstars have played in their switched uniforms. AD has played in the Mavs uniform. Luka, as we saw the other night, has played in the purple and gold. So, crazy thing about this, though, Anthony Davis gets injured. All right, so Anthony Davis, he goes for a triple-double. So, I mean, we got to put it like it is. AD, him and Kyrie, I love that. And even having him and Gafford in the paint, it looks amazing and everything like that. However, I think AD ended up getting a groin injury. Now AD is out for like
a adductor strain.
A adductor strain.
Yes.
Wow.
He is not going to have to get surgery, which is good news.
Yes.
But he's going to be out for like a month, right?
Yeah.
Yikes.
A whole month after everything, all the talk about
and now Gafford is out.
And now Gafford's out. And then it's Derek Lively's birthday, but then Derek Lively, he's out, right?
Yeah, we don't have a big man right now.
We don't have a big man.
Dwight Powell is our biggest man.
That's crazy.
Well, I think PJ Washington might be playing some five at this point.
Yeah. Wow.
It's probably the worst time to be a Mavericks fan at this point.
Very entertaining.
It is.
I feel very like there's a lot going on.
Tough.
It's a storyline. What I always tell y'all, it's a storyline.
I think this is the beginning of the end, and I'm afraid, guys. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think the Vegas move might be in our future. I don't know.
No,
the Mavs in Vegas.
No, they're not.
I mean, you're shutting out the fans' point of view and their opinions. I mean, like, I don't like it, and it just makes me feel like something horribly is going on. So,
well,
I don't know.
I mean, what can you do? Patrick Dumont, he's the most trustworthy person at this point, right? He's so trustworthy. He said, "We're not moving to Vegas." Quote him. But yeah, it's ridiculous, man, and the fans are reacting crazy to this whole thing. It's kind of like,
man, they took
the stages of grief.
They took our golden child away. They took our guy. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who we are as a franchise. Like, you take away, like, it's like taking away Dirk from us. I mean, that's like this new generation. I mean, you're taking away that, like, and this new ownership and stuff does. And now Mark Cuban's in on it, and they're like, I mean, everything is a mess.
You're reeling, aren't you?
I am really. It's hard. I still love my team, but man, we love Luca, man, and like I wish nothing but the best for him. I want him to do absolutely
I
wonderful in
mean,
LA.
hey, have
I
y'all
do.
seen him though? Have y'all seen Luca looks happy. Luca's looking
Well,
happy.
I mean,
I just saw a
He's
video. Hold on, Zach.
smiling.
He smiled. I
yeah,
just saw a video, bro. Luca
yeah,
just did like literally just like 5 minutes ago. Luca, like they're playing right now. Luca
yeah,
did some kind of Euro step. My man said, "Boom, boom."
yeah.
I said, "What?" Luca's looking good, bro.
Oh, he did the Rajon Rondo
Yeah,
behind the back.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Kicked it out
bro.
to Rui.
Dude,
Well,
Luca looking good, bro.
And I mean,
yes.
we gotta be happy for him. I mean, it's not his fault. He didn't leave on his own accord. So I'm gonna cheer for him. I mean, we have to. You know, like I think that's 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 who I am. Like he was our guy. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna support him. So David, I know you're laughing at me, but I'm gonna cheer for Luca too. Like
Yeah, I care for him. I care for him a lot, man. What was your question, Ryan? Were you talking about
Nah,
just
we're
the
just
impact and the
yeah, just the impact and yeah, just the impact of all of this. Not just Luca, but Anthony Davis as well. You know.
yeah?
So,
I
what are
mean,
your thoughts on that?
yeah, it's huge, dude. I was at the I was it was crazy. My dad calls Natalie a prophet for getting me these tickets. And so this was a Christmas gift that we were going to be sitting up in the 300 level seats. And we arrive to the stadium, we check out the whole protest and everything going
yeah,
on before. Man, it's mad. It's really mad. But the vibes were honestly pretty like jovial, very like almost comedic. Like I feel like the people that are there are just there for the experience and the vibes. You know what I mean? Like there's anger there, but it's not like hurtful anger. Um, I mean, obviously we're not condoning the death threats and things
no,
that
no,
are
absolutely.
happening to Nico, and I
Yeah.
think that the majority of
I
Mavs
think we're
fans
just
aren't. But
we're passionate fans. We love our team. I think we're going to support these players just because I mean they deserve it. These players had nothing to do with what all transpired, and I mentioned that in our last show. I mean, we're going to support these players. These guys, they're friends of Luca. They're former teammates now of Luca, and I mean, look at go on our page. I mean, we just posted something, David, about the protests and stuff, and kind of see what Mavs fans are feeling right now. I mean, it's kind of we got mixed emotions. Um, we love our team and we care for our team, and we want to see this change. But we also, you know, we want to support our team at the same time and show that we care, and we do. We got a passionate fan base that wants to win, and it's difficult. But we're always going to be there for Luca. We're always going to cheer him on because he didn't do anything wrong. This was never his fault. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a weird situation going on here in Dallas.
Yeah. Hey, man, David, I know you had a quote from Patrick Dumont with his quote talking about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. What is he talking about on here?
Yeah, he name drops some NBA legends who each of them did great things. You look at the greats in the league, the people you and I grew up with: MJ, Larry Bird, Kobe, Shaq. They worked really hard every day with a singular focus to win. And I just like laugh because I mean, yeah, you could say Kobe, you could say MJ, but each one of them had their issues. Like MJ was a gambler. He was a partier as well, whether people want to
Right.
admit that or not.
Yeah.
Larry Bird was like he was the guy that was out drinking all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he was the beer guy drinking beers in the locker
Yeah.
like right after and before games.
There's always some stipulation with a star player. Shaq, I I mean,
Jack,
Shaq,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He probably
Shaq
put on
gained-
50 pounds.
Yeah,
And
he
you know what's
was
crazy is
injured.
Dumont saying that he's a big Luca fan. So,
Yeah,
like, none of this makes any sense.
yeah.
It just it
That's
like the more and more stuff comes out, the more and more like I've seen people think that like you know how they're saying that Nico is the only one that knew about this,
Mhm.
but everybody's saying that J Kidd had something to do with it as well, and I don't know how true that is. So that's interesting
here's my
because
theory on that.
because AD got hurt, and then the previous game against the Kings, he didn't even go to press conference.
Mhm.
So just weird stuff going on
I feel like
internally. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like J Kidd knew about it for about like a good week. I think that, but he was, of course, J Kidd did not want that to happen. He wanted to kind of keep it silent. But I do feel like he had something, he didn't have something to do with it. He just knew about it. This went over his head, you know. Man, that's crazy. Well, another shout out for the Mavs, though. All Star weekend is this weekend. Kyrie Irving,
Yeah,
All Star, of course, legendary All Star. Top was Kyrie, top 15, 20 all time? 25, 30? What you guys
I'll
think?
say top
Well,
25. I mean, he's got the best handles I've ever seen in the
Yep.
game ever. I think handle wise, he's probably the best ball handler in ever. But I'd say
He's just
top. I'd say top. Let's say top 50 player because I don't know.
really.
I think top 50 player. You got to think about it, man. There's a lot of good players out there, man. There's you can't. I mean, his handle is insane, but
Put him
top
top
50.
30, bro. Top 40 at max, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I but yeah, I can see that too. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, David? Kyrie, top what?
yeah, I mean, he's never been a number one, like a true
Yeah,
number one player.
no,
Like, this could be his opportunity to kind of cement that. So we'll see.
I
I'd
mean,
say like
Clay
30 to
Thompson is
50.
coming up. Clay Thompson's been stepping up. Like we got to give Clay his flowers. I mean, Clay has been stepping up here as of late, and I mean, if AD can just stay healthy, like if he can get healthy by March, stay healthy, don't get anything a weird injury, lively comeback. Um, this team
This is a
can
good
be
team, bro.
this team can be sneaky good. Um, I don't think it's going to be a
Injuries.
magical run like last year, but I do think this team can make some noise if they were to get healthy. It's just a matter of can we get healthy? That's the issue.
Well,
Well,
their small ball lineup is going to be what they're going to have to play with
And
for
man, they that small
10 or
ball lineup beat
15.
Boston handily.
Yeah,
So it's like
they're
it's
they're a
doable.
big. It's interesting because they're kind of like the small dog in a dog fight, but like they have every bit of, I
You
don't
know what
know,
they remind me of?
tenacity and
They remind me of a early years um, Golden State Warriors team. Like not the threes and everything, but their willingness to like share the ball, move the ball, like between
kind of
Golden State
swarm.
and kind of a San Antonio type thing where they just move the ball,
Hmm.
play good defense, um, kind of undersized, but they know positions, and
Hmm.
that's key. That could be huge come playoff time if they can get there. So
Yeah.
and get healthy. So kind of be interesting development the next what month and a half. Well, actually 2 months really. This home stretch after the All Star break.
Yeah. I was thinking, I mean, this team like is really, really solid. And seeing a
Yes.
glimpse of what AD brought in those, 15, 20 minutes that he played,
Yeah.
um, being there, like I have personally, I mean, I've been to only a handful of games in my life, obviously, but like I've
Mm-hmm.
never heard the arena that loud in some of the moments that he was um, I mean, he
Yeah.
stepped up to the plate. They were giving him the ball every possession,
Yeah.
playing the four. Like it seemed like it's everything that was advertised. Like I think he can really be a key piece for us. Like if we get him back, like he really is our number one.
And I mean, this may sound crazy, but I think yes, he can be our number one. But I do think down the line, he's going to be an asset for something like a trade. I don't know.
I hope
think
so.
there's. I mean, I do too, but
Doing
Well,
my
we'll
not
see. We'll see.
doing my
We'll
boy
s-
wrong, man.
Well, it's hard. It's hard
Come
to
on,
get. It's
fam.
hard. I mean, I'm going to back up AD, but it's hard right now. It's so fresh.
Don't worry, bro.
It's just tough. I mean, Mavs fans are going through it. We just have to just suffer through.
And the fact that we have I don't really understand what is happening in the stadium. They will not show fans on the billboard. They're taking
Yeah.
down I was there watching the pregame and a guy pulled out a Fire Nico sign. I'll post that here later. But they pull
Yeah.
out that sign and 5 seconds later the usher is there to take it down. He didn't get ejected, but some of the more aggressive fans and the ones that are we saw the guy with the mouth fired Nico on the karaoke.
I just think it's just weird.
Censorship is crazy, honestly. Like
I've never
let the
seen
fans
anything like
speak.
this.
Yeah, I'd have to look because like I've never heard of a team like blocking fans from holding up signs. I mean, expletives I understand, but this is just free speech at this point.
I agree. It's going to be an interesting, developing.
It's gonna be an interesting season.
Yeah, the remaining season is going to be.
Yeah, it's about to be interesting.
We'll see.
Hey man, let's go ahead and end this, David. I know, like I said before, Valentine's Day is coming up, dude. I know you have a couple of questions just to, get us. Hey, let's go ahead, man. So, would you rather? What's up?
Yeah. I actually forgot about this. We trying to keep it light. The Mavs kind of get us in a dark place at times, but let's close out on a light note. So this is kind of a would you rather, and this is purely a scenario. I got a couple questions for you guys. The first one, this is assuming you're single, which we're not going to be single for the rest of our lives, obviously. But theoretically, would you rather go on your first date to a football game where your date starts a fight with another fan from another team, or go to a basketball game where your date tries to trash talk the entire opposing team? So you got the football game where your date is talking trash to and fighting a fan, or a basketball game where they're basically chirping the entire opposing team. What do you say?
I'd say I'd take the basketball.
Okay.
Because I'm picturing Janelin doing this, and this would actually kind of be awesome to see.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna take the basketball because then I'll be like, what? And then I'm gonna I'm gonna egg it on. Like I'm literally gonna be right there next to her. Like, yep. What else?
Hey, we love it, bro. We love it.
I like that.
That's what's up. For me, same here. I don't have time to break up a fight between Jazz and a fan. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't want to break up any fight.
I don't have time for that. Okay, so hey, if she's talking noise to the other team, and I'm talking noise with it, bro. Let's go.
So hypothetically speaking, if you were to pick the football and you have to break up a fight, or are you going to break up the fight? That's my question.
Of course. Like if somebody's gonna, try to come and fight me or her, of course. Like, yeah. I'm just gonna have to fight, But I'm not gonna purposely go and try to fight somebody.
You got honestly, but that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just what about you, Cook?
I I don't condone fighting, but I would love to see Natalie try to, or because I think she'd knock somebody out if it got to that point. She doesn't mess
Oh
around.
my god!
You don't want to piss her off. No, she's not. She's not violent, but I bet she has it in her.
Yeah, I'll
Oh yeah,
give her
Nat.
the
Oh yeah,
edge. I'll give her the
dude,
edge.
bro. She okay. When I was helping McCook move, Nat's strong, bro. Like,
Yeah. She's going to the
carrying
workout
furniture,
classes,
bro.
and
She's awesome.
yeah,
Love it.
you got to watch out. She keeps me in line.
That's what's up.
David's like, I gotta say yes to this right now.
Of course.
Okay, but anyways, second question. We'll finish on this one. So you got another date. Would you rather go to a tennis match with that date and they loudly yell at the players? Because tennis is dead silent.
Yeah,
nobody's talking at a tennis match. So that's the first one. Or do you go to a soccer game where they try to start a chant and nobody joins in with them? Dead silence.
That's a tougher one.
That's actually not tough, dude. I mean, hey, I'll just go ahead. I would rather go to the soccer game where she tries to start a chant and, nobody says anything. Because then that awkward silence, it's awkward. Yeah, you're going to have to be embarrassed. But I mean, like, dude, it'll be over with,
No, but it's like it's like a bad chant. Like, it's like so bad that they can't join because it's like, I can't even picture myself saying that bad.
The tennis is I think my choice.
Really?
I just think it'd be so hilarious because then it would make tennis entertaining, and like just seeing gentlemen yelling at all the tennis players. That would be awesome too.
Yeah. No, there's nothing like heckling.
And you know what? I'm just gonna sip my drink and watch it unfold.
That's crazy.
Like the Kermit meme. Is that Kermit?
Yeah, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Anyways, I'd love to hear that. Mine would be I'm gonna go with the soccer match on this one. I'm gonna go with the safer option because I think Nat would tear somebody up verbally.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her to.
Is Natalie violent?
No, she's not violent.
The descriptions are crazy right now. Don't blink twice if you need help.
Can we cut this? No,
you're wild, bro.
I'm just fine.
Well, hey, we want to know what you guys would do. Okay, what would you rather? Say it again, David. I forgot the questions. Say the questions. I forgot.
Look at this.
Actually, no. I got them right here. Would you rather? Okay. Would you rather go on a first date to a football game where your date starts a fight with a fan, or would you rather go to a basketball game where your date trash talks the opposing team? Let us know in the comments. Let us know wherever, man. Let us know because we want to know what you guys would do. All right. Cool. Last thoughts, Zach, David. What's up?
I'm good, man. I mean, y'all go follow us on all the socials. We appreciate all the support. And look out for more content and just continue to support us. And we just love doing this for y'all and the fans. And it's just something we're just passionate about to come do. So look out for more stuff coming your way.
Sports.
Yes, sir.
Lone Star 360, guys. We are out.